It's Friday, January 15th. Let's talk Oculus. What's up, pals? We have a jam-packed news show today, so we're gonna get straight into it. Oh, and before I get into it, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button because it helps the channel out. And plus, we do this every Friday at 9 AM Eastern. So if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button. So to kick off the show, the two most requested Oculus Quest 2 features are multiple users and app sharing. And both of them are coming next month. The systems will now work similar to the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, where you can have a primary account and multiple secondary accounts. Purchases made on the primary account can be used by any of the secondary accounts on the system. It's important to note here that app sharing can only be done locally on the same headset, not across multiple headsets. Although Facebook have confirmed that multi-device is coming to a maximum of 3 devices, just not in next month's update. Another thing to note is that if you do set up a primary account with different secondary accounts, the only way to get rid of that primary account, like later on if you want to change, is that you have to factory reset the Oculus headset, which is kind of annoying because on my PlayStation, if I want to change the primary account owner, I can just completely remove that without having to reset the whole system and then have to re-download all the games and such. So it's pretty annoying that that's the case. And another thing to note is that even with the secondary accounts, they all have to be Facebook accounts. So if you want like kids on it, maybe like 13, 14-year-old kids on it, they all have to have Facebook accounts, not Oculus accounts. And it doesn't look like that this is going away soon. A recent tweet from the former Oculus CTO, John Carmack, stated that Facebook logins aren't going to go away and that Facebook is extremely serious about privacy. Take that how you will, but unfortunately Facebook accounts are here to stay. John also tweeted that they're striving towards monthly software releases for the Quest hardware. Now that's great to see them pushing it consistently. The headset is going to get better and better, which is exciting to see. For me, I really want them to update the UI. I think the UI is kind of good, but when it comes to like app selection or viewing your games, it's all over the place. I want some like organization. Now, I have mild OCD. When it comes to my PlayStation, for example, I have a folder for third-party games and a folder for first-party games. Okay, you could say that's pretty much OCD, but for me it's kind of nice. You go onto your PlayStation system and it's all kind of clear and organized, and I really like that. And I'm sure a bunch of you watching this video are probably a little bit weird like me in terms of that. So I hope they bring something like that to the UI. Moving on, and Sony has just announced a brand new VR concert experience that is going to come to their PlayStation software, but also going to come to Oculus headsets. It features pop star Madison Beer, which you may recognize from the Beat Saber commercial. Now, whether you're a fan or not, this should pique your interest, since Sony Music are capturing a CG version of the singer and placing her in the Sony concert hall. What you're seeing on the screen right now is a behind the scenes look that you can check out on YouTube. You can already tell how impressive it looks. It will be available on demand, and I really hope that you can download it because I've been in some of the concert experiences from Oculus venues, such as the Major Lazer one. Charlie XCX had one which was on Tidal, which was also a VR, which was really good. But the problem is with all those experiences, of what I found anyway, is that the quality is just not there. Like, it's quite low quality. It's pretty blurry. Now I understand there's so much to push through, so much media content to stream, but still, it just dampens the experience. It's great to have it with fans, but like with the low quality, it just really dampens it. So hopefully you can download this experience so you can see it in the full quality, whether it be 8K or... Now, unfortunately, this is not going to come out soon. It is slated for a winter release, so a long ways off yet, but it looks quite promising. Now, this could be the future of VR concerts if it's in good quality and if it takes off. I can see a band like the Gorillaz doing something like this, and it will look very, very good with their art style. Speaking of media content, can you guys remember that BigScreen released an update around Christmas time, early January, that changed the UI and increased their channel count to 60? Well, they're getting another update, which increases their channel count from 60 to a whopping 172. Shows like Rick and Morty, which I'm excited about the most, The Eric Andre Show, Robot Chicken, etc. Loads of channels to enjoy. The developers also mentioned that they're working on a feature to allow private rooms for all the free TV channels so you can enjoy them alone or with friends that you invite. I feel like big screen is going to take off like a rocket very soon. Like, it's already getting super popular and they're making it bigger and better, and so many things to do. You can watch movies, you can rent movies, you can host private rooms with different members of the public. You can now watch over 172 channels, and soon to watch it with like friends or family, or just by yourself if you want to. Like, this is going to be huge, and it's going to be an essential purchase for all Quest owners soon, if it isn't already, to be honest. Personally, for me, I can't wait till they bring football, or soccer as you call it in the North America, to the system, because I feel like you can be in a booth and watch it with all your fans. It'd be fantastic. I think it'd be a great experience, especially right now. I can't go to the pub to watch it with all the fellow fans, or I can't go home to watch it with my dad. So to watch it in VR with all fellow fans and we can talk about the game and such would be an absolute dream for me. So hopefully that's coming to big screen soon. Now, there's only a couple of games that I wanted to talk about in today's episode of Let's Talk Oculus, and one of which is an unofficial port of Doom 3, which is now available on SideQuest. Thanks to the folks at Team Beef, who were behind the other Doom ports, the Quake ports, and the Wolfenstein ports, and even the Half-Life port, they have now developed a Doom 3 port. However, it's not as simple as just sideloading it to your Quest. You have to legally own Doom 3 for it to work. But it is on Steam for just $5 right now, and the mod itself is free, although you can donate to them for all their hard work. I'll leave a link to the step-to-step guide in the description below for anyone who's interested. And also to note, this particular mod is not available on PC VR headsets, so I'm sorry Rift owners, although there are different mods for Doom 3 already available for PC VR. And for our final news story, has any of you watching dreamed of being a fencer? Maybe? No? Never really wanted to try it? Well, if you did, you now can with a new game called Fencer. It's made by Russian VR studio BoxGlass, which actually teaches new players how to fence. It attaches one of the Quest controllers to a real fencing sword and then walks the user through a set of gamified exercises aimed at reaction and attention, on top of the exercises trained for attacking and defense strategies. Unfortunately though, you have to fork out 2,000 euros for the Fencer kit. The kit does include an Oculus Quest, a sword, and a controller mount. So it is like kind of aimed at just fencing gyms, but I wish that you could just buy like just the sword or just the controller mount that you can place on a fencing sword if you had one, or if you can find like a cheaper one out there, because I think more and more consumers will actually get into it. Personally, for me, even if they did release that, I wouldn't buy one because I'm so clumsy that I would probably break everything around in this apartment. You can't see it because of the cameras, but there's windows all across my room here, and I feel like all of them will be smashed. So for me, bad idea, but anyone who's into fencing, maybe one of your fencing gyms will have it, but it's a cool concept nevertheless. And that's the end of our show. If you like what you see, hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already, because this drops every Friday at 9 AM Eastern Time. My name is Dan, thank you all so much for talking with me, and I'll catch you next week. Hit 'em out.